This video will show you how to use a loop to read until the end of a file, and we're going to do it as soon as the form loads. We won't have to click any buttons. To begin this, download the starting project, save it, open the folder, extract all, and open the total sales folder. In it, there's a solution. Open the solution and ignore the warning. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open the form CS, and we already have a form created for us. So the name of the form is form 1, and we have added a couple of buttons. And we have a button calculate, button exit, we have a label, and then another label to show the results. What we're going to do is we're not going to use the button to do anything, which is different from how the book is showing it to you. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on the form itself. So I'm going to double click it so that as soon as the form loads, the results are shown. I'm not going to have to click anything for something to happen. So we're going to do the usual try catch. So we're going to do a try, and then after that we're also going to do a catch to make sure that we can read from this file, just as we've done before. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple of variables inside of my try. One is going to be for sales and the other one is going to be total, and they're going to be both of the double type. I'm going to declare a stream reader variable like so, and as soon as I do this, it's going to warn me that it does not recognize what stream reader is because I might be missing a directive. I'm going to click on show potential fixes. I'm going to click on using system IO, which adds the system IO line for me on line 6, and now Visual Studio can recognize what stream reader is and work with it. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open the file and get a stream reader object. So we're going to open a file which is sales text. Where is this file? Well, it is inside of the total sales folder, inside of the bin, and debug, there's the sales. So it's a file that we have already created, and it's saved in the project solution folder. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to read this file until the end of the file, until we get to the end of this file, like so. So we're going to make a loop which goes on until we have not, that's what the exclamation is for, until we have not reached the end of the file. And after that, inside of the while loop, I'm going to get the sales amount from the file using readLine. So we're reading a line from my input file, which is the sales txt, and we're trying to convert it to a double, and we're going to store it into my variable sales. As soon as that is done, the next step that I need to do is I need to add the value of sales to my total. That's what we're doing here with the plus equal signs. And that's basically the end of the loop. So the loop goes on and reads line by line until we reach the end of the file. And then as soon as we read a line, and we know from looking at the file that there's just numbers, one number per line. So we're reading one number, we're storing it into sales, and then we're adding that value to the total. And as soon as the loop is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the file so that I can disconnect my program from it, like so. And then the next thing that I would like to do is I want to display the total of of all these values that I have added. So I'm going to change the total label, which is this right here, right? I'm going to change the text of this label to be equal to the value of total converted to a string. So I'm going to run the program. And again, notice that since we placed this code inside of my form load event, this is going to happen. This is going to be executed as soon as I run the program. So I run the program, and immediately it goes and it adds up the total of all the values that I have inside my sales file.